Okay, we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Whiners live show for The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner, which was our November pick. Do we want to go around, introduce ourselves, and say our ratings?
Okay. My name is Sasha. I'm from the Redhead Reader, and I gave this 4 stars.
My name is Sydney. Hello, I'm Sid Bookworm. I should change my name on here. No one knows Sid. But hello, I gave it 4. 3.75 to 4.
All right, and now this row. I'm Rachel. I'm from the channel Let Me in the Library, and I gave this book a whopping 2 stars.
I'm Amanda, and I gave it 1 star.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can I just say I'm sorry, my dog is eating and drinking, and it was probably sounded nasty. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Wow.
Ozzy can do whatever she
Me
wants.
in every video, I swear.
Like, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Darian,
Well,
what did you do?
So I'm Darian. You're on my channel. Hello. I gave it 5 stars.
5 stars?
Oh my god, I love that though.
And for what? For what?
What?
Amanda's face is just like she's not ready.
So we have a lot to talk about today.
Oh my god.
What?
Lord, please help me.
Oh my god.
I have no comments.
You're cute. Hi, friends.
Diversity.
Listen,
Seriously,
We
the
almost
variety.
every rating across the board.
yeah. So
We got one from like every single number, damn near.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. So we should have someone. We should have the person who rated it 5 stars and the person who rated it 1 star recap the book.
oh god.
Yeah.
Don't ask me. Oh,
Oh my god.
All right, I can try. I'm not good at recapping books though, but here, let's set the scene. So we're following 2 different timelines. We got the timeline in the 1700s, and you're following this woman named Nella, I want to say. And she runs this apothecary, and it's kind of a secret because she makes poisons for women who need to poison men who have harmed them in some way. So only a few women in the city know about her, and they come to her when they need her. And one day, this 12-year-old girl named Eliza comes in because her mistress wants a poison for her husband. And then Eliza kind of gets caught up in what Nella's doing and kind of becomes her assistant for a little bit. And then in the present timeline, we're following this woman named Caroline, who has, the apothecary's in London, by the way. So Caroline is on a trip to London on her anniversary trip without her husband because of recent events. Well, because he's a jackass is the reason.
X.
And she kind of starts to like uncover things about the apothecary. So then you're going back and forth and finding out about the apothecary in these 2 timelines. Look at Plum.
I can't handle this.
Look at it, really, really clean. I'm
oh
so
my
sorry.
god, the cutest.
He was like, tell me a story.
I wish my cat was
I
cool.
freaking love it.
My cat sucks.
Really. Yes, Naomi, thank you so much.
No.
I don't know what this means, but I'm glad. Okay, Manda, you want to go?
Oh Lord. Honestly, it went in one ear and out the other, to be honest. But we had a lot of talking about periods and how they weren't coming. And basically what happens is they're always concerned about their pregnancy or if it's not going to be there or if it's going to be there. And this girl, she has a shitty man and she ends up going away to Paris or something, even though
To London.
whatever, London.
I just said it.
They're going to London.
Oh my god.
Listen, they're going to London and Oh my god. They are going to figure out what's happening because she finds this little vase in this creek thing, river, and then she uncovers history that you're learning about in very boring chapters that are also in the book. That's all I got from it.
Okay.
Well, I'll add. I think it might go in one year at the other, but you definitely, if you are paying attention to the book, you'll know what happens because you always hear it twice because it happens in the old days, and then you just hear about Caroline discovering it and being like, "Oh my god, I think it's this," and you're like, "Yeah, I know that as a reader."
But you're finding out about it from a different perspective. So you're looking at it from like fresh eyes. So it's not the exact same situation twice.
It's kind of the exact same thing. And also, she just like, I know it because I'm smart and I like history. And she just knows everything because of it.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god, you're right. I forgot about the smart thing. Oh.
We do not like a smart main character.
Reading history documents, I'm not like other girls.
Oh my god. All right, we do have an even spread now. We have a 3-star.
Yeah, if let me know in the comments what you gave it. 3.5. I gave it a 3 point something, 3.5 or something. I already forget.
I watched Lisa's vlog today where she was talking about reading The Lost Apothecary, and she gave it a 3.5, but she was like, is it a 3? Is it a 4? I feel bad if I give it a 3, but a 4 seems too high. But a 3.5 also doesn't seem right. This is one of those books that I feel like if you're not in the 1 or the 5-star range, it does feel hard to rate. Because I didn't hate this book by any means. I thought like parts of it were interesting and good, but I generally treat like 2 stars as like, this was okay, but it's not really going to stick with me. So I don't know if you guys feel the same way.
No, I 100% agree.
I will say, okay, let me say one redeeming quality about this. The setting, like the writing style, the setting was good.
Yes.
Much like The Secret History, where I liked the setting, but I didn't like.
Right.
But I didn't like the feminism.
Manda messaged me and she was like, I think this is worse than The Secret History. And I was like, for you?
Oh my god.
I think I hate the historical fiction aspect.
Okay.
That's what both of those books kind of are.
I'm just genuinely like not here for this. Like, I think I'm gonna have to go. Like,
Oh my god.
The slander.
Like, I can understand why like people wouldn't like this book, but like hate it. Like, I can't see how you could hate it.
Maybe it was the audiobook.
No.
Maybe. Oh no. Oh.
Yes, Sydney? Yes?
Thank you. I want to preface because I had such low expectations for this book because of all of the ratings that I've heard. So like I went in thinking like, well, I hope I don't hate it. And like I like ended up having a really great time. Like I just like let it, I listened to it while I was reading it. So I was just along for the ride, and I just like let the story be told. And I was actually pretty interested by both timelines. I thought it was cute. I thought that it was fun. And however, the reason why I didn't give it 5 stars is because I think that the writing, like Rachel said, it was just kind of repetitive. There were some points where I was like, okay, yep, like let's move on from this topic, or like maybe the period thing. But I had a good time.
I completely agree. I was like, oh my god, Rachel hated this. Manda is currently hating this. Like, how bad is it going to be?
I was seeing Manda's Instagram stories, and I was like, oh no, I'm so nervous.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna hate it. And then I started, and I was like, okay, where is it? Where
can I just say one thing that bothers me in books is when there's talk about female like pregnancy and anything to do with that, because it bothers me. Like, it actually bothers me as a person. Like, I hated What Lies Between Us by John Mars because he talks a lot about fertility and shit that he doesn't have to speak on. And yeah. So I think I get bothered by that.
And that's totally fair. That's
Yeah.
totally fair. That doesn't bother me. I was like, for me, I was like, oh my God, but is she pregnant?
Me too.
I was like, oh.
I love talk about pregnancy and babies and everything, so I am the complete opposite of you. So the fact that they kept talking about it, I was like, what is the tea? I want to know.
You're like,
Wait.
get that pea stick. Please.
Okay, wait. So Casey said, "I don't remember the period thing." So let's briefly recap all the period and whatnot stuff. So the thing I most vividly remember is that the little girl who's like 12 shows up and she's like, "Please, I'm cursed because this man died in my house, and the same day he died, I bled." So she thinks that like he's cursing her body because his ghost is like cursing her.
Yes.
Let her talk now.
Yes.
I read this like 2 months ago. I forgot about the little girl. I did not think that she was
She is
pregnant.
one of the main characters.
Yes, right. But I forgot that her period was a point of the story, because the other, like the present day girl, there was a scare for her too, wasn't there? Or am I tripping?
Yes. Yeah, there was.
Okay.
You're not.
Okay, that's what I was like, is she
Yeah.
pregnant though? But like, yeah, okay. Redo a little bit with the period thing with our other main character, the younger girl. I was annoyed with that. Because I was like,
Liza. Yeah.
me as a grown human is like, can someone just tell her? can someone say something to make that conversation happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I thought it was
I
really
just
funny.
like completely forgot.
I thought it was really funny that Nella was clearly like, "Huh, this girl's on her period," and then she let her believe that she was cursed for like the 80% of the book until she was like, "You know that's, you're not actually cursed though, right?"
But
I don't think she knew.
No, she didn't, because
Stella didn't know.
yeah, she didn't know. She only knew at the
She
end.
kept saying like, "Oh, I'm cursed. Like he's cursing this house. I can't go back there, and like I can't."
But she
Right,
didn't mention.
But
She
she
didn't
didn't
mention that she
mention
was
like the
bleeding.
bleeding or anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I remember that she mentioned it at some point, and Nella was like, "Huh." And she just like didn't say anything.
No, it was the opposite. It was the opposite. It was because Nella was telling Eliza her story about like everything that happened with Frederick,
Mhm.
and she mentioned that she hasn't bled since then, and Eliza was like, hasn't bled since then, why would she bleed? But then she was like, whatever. And then later she asks her about it, and that's when Nella's like, oh, you're bleeding, oh, that's why you think you're cursed, oh, you silly thing.
But she also was like, "You better ask your mother about it. I'm not talking about that gross shit." When you talk about it with her, it's like, I get it's the 1700s, but come on. You're literally selling poisons to kill people. I think you can discuss a period with like a 12-year-old child.
I don't know, man.
I think they just talked about it so much, where she was just like, "I'm cursed. Oh my God," that I was like, "This is kind of fun." But then she just kept doing it for so long, and I was like,
I will give you that. I will give you that for sure.
Listen, if you were 12 and you were just bleeding and you didn't know what the heck it was, I feel like I would talk about that, or at least think about that all the
That's
time.
fair. Also fair.
Well, I thought it was very whelming.
Very whelming.
So
the right amount of whelming.
with her hand.
The first like 2/3 of the book just like were so boring.
I think
Yes.
Darian's like, everything was perfect.
That was like my thing with it, is like the first like 2/3 of it, like it was just so repetitive, and it was just so like I don't know, it was really like there wasn't a lot of dialogue, which is something that I really like in books. There was just a lot of Caroline thinking that her husband sucked, which was valid, and Nella, being like, I want this child away from me right now. And then Eliza coming back and being like, nope, I'm here. And like, that was it. And it was just like, oh my God, like pick up. But then the last like third of the book was like really, like it was really fast paced, and it was like interesting, I think.
Would you say it was like the point where the the woman who came to the apothecary and she's like, I want to poison but to kill a woman.
Yes, I think that's probably the turning point
Yeah.
of the story for sure.
I definitely found that more interesting than everything else that happened before that.
And I think when Caroline found the actual like apothecary itself, like I felt invested at that point too. So like around that time, I was like, okay, I see what it's about. But at that point, I was thinking of rating it like 2.5, 3 stars.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like the last third of it like really picked up and like really changed my mind. But
I just liked all of it.
Yeah, I felt like it was like to me throughout my whole like the whole time I was reading it, I felt hold on, Abby's running up the stairs. The whole time I was reading it, I felt like it was pretty much the same vibe for me. Like I felt the same way about it the whole time. Except like before I started, I was like, this is not going to be super great, but it was the buddy read pick for my Patreon, so I was like, I have to read it, and so I read it, and I actually really liked it. So like I felt that it was the same for me, the same the whole time, which was like enjoyable.
I just was so interested right away. Like I was like, what's going on? And then like I found so many chapters ended like right before you find out something. So I was like, wait, what? What?
Yes, because then you go back to like the historical timeline, and I'm like, but wait.
Yeah.
But I like dual timeline books though, so.
Okay, I don't know if it's because I'm a Leo, but like if you don't give me the correct amount of attention of like I'm interested now, finish your sentence, and if you don't, I lose interest immediately.
Oh, no.
You know, where it's like, okay, you're leading me down this path. Now explain what it is, and it's like, oh, first we need to do this. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go do something else now. Like,
and I'm a Scorpio, so inherently I'm supposed to be very mysterious. So I'm all about the suspense. I'm all about that tease.
And I'm like, I see you trying to trick me with mystery, and no.
That's Sid preparatory.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, especially what happened with Caroline.
Okay. Can we talk about it?
Yes.
Like, we're doing spoilers now, right?
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay. This was ridiculous. Okay. Wait, I have the page. Okay, page 220.
Okay.
I have it right here.
Receipts.
Wait, so he's like collapsing on the floor. He has blood in his mouth. He has sunken eyes. Right?
Drama.
And
Forgot about that.
Good.
did you eat anything after you went out this morning? And he said, I have had nothing. I haven't eaten anything. No water, no nothing. Just the oil you gave me, which I'm sure came up a long time ago. I frowned. There's nothing to come up. You just rub it on your throat like you've done before. James shook his head. I asked you to do a and you said no. You said you had yucca oil or something. The color drained from my face. Eucalyptus? He groaned, wiping his mouth with hands. I took it like I would take Dayquil. It's so fucking stupid. And she says, you drank this? And he nodded, how much? But before he could answer, I lifted the vial, and it wasn't empty, not even half empty, but still he drank a mouthful of it. James, this is fucking toxic. I didn't know. He said in a I wanted to crawl on the floor next to him and apologize, even though I'd done nothing wrong. Gaslighting. Then there came an abrupt knock at the door and a shout from the other side. Medics, to the deep male voice. This man, literally, first of all, he does this, which is peak stupidity. Then at the end of the book, we find out he did it on purpose.
Yep.
I forgot this whole subplot, and now my mind is like, hold on, 4 stars.
So really, he does this on purpose. She almost gets arrested for killing him.
I remember it now.
And then he's like, no, I know. It's just like, it's the incredulity of it, because then in the end, he's like, everything I do. And she's like, what?
Uh-huh.
I was about to like, let us like maybe get back together, and you poisoned yourself so I could maybe get arrested, and like this whole thing would happen, so maybe I would realize I loved you. Like, who does that? Like, you got my attention, you're right, but no.
I was so invested.
You did that. Why would you admit that?
I literally, like, when he said like he ingested it, I literally was like, and And then when he said that he did it on purpose, I was like,
I need to put the book down, and I must have filmed a vlog clip where I was like, "This is the stupidest man I've ever read in fiction."
well,
When we found out that he did it on purpose, I was invested too, Darian. But then when I found out he did it on purpose, I was like, exactly what Lisa said. What a clown!
Yeah.
What a clown!
I need to catch up on these comments.
Yeah, I need to see these.
You're right, bestie. I don't remember what, but
It was about the period and the 12-year-old.
oh yes, little girls period. Listen, I get it's 1700s, but feminism.
Okay,
Oh my
but
God,
wait, I want
yeah.
Rachel to talk about this. I
Who's
need
Tom Pepper?
her
Who
to
is
talk.
this?
He's the guy that Eliza marries.
She
The
married
guy-
this guy?
The bookshop guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. When like it said that he died, I was like, what?
I was like,
I
that's
actually
He died?
he died?
When did he die? What did he die of?
What did we read?
Did he kill him?
Okay, because
No, like-
Caroline at the very end, she finds like a newspaper
ledger.
thing.
Yeah.
No, she finds
No?
like a newspaper thing of Eliza because she's like, "Who the heck is Eliza?" And it said like she inherited the bookstore because Tom died. I can't remember how he died, but he died like really
I
young.
think he had like the flu or something like really basic. Like
Something
he,
dumb.
yeah, like he died like when he was like 26, I think it said, or something.
Yeah,
Like that.
something like that.
So
Oh, yeah.
Nella was inventing poisons instead of inventing healthcare. I see.
Rachel does have a scene. Oh my god, that
He'd
part I
recently
lost.
fallen ill.
I didn't. I just thought it was really dumb.
I
Believed to
did,
be
because
a
then it was
person.
followed up with the fact she had like, the paper that said like quantities of non-lethal poisons to ingest.
Mhm.
The whole thing where it looked like she was trying to kill him. It's just that quantities of non-poisons needed to kill
Yeah.
from the notes from the thing, and they were like,
It definitely looked like super sketch. Like it
Super.
really
yeah.
did.
I was also just like, why did you write only that down? Like she didn't write anything
Yeah,
else.
Like
that's kind of
nothing
weird.
else.
She
Nothing.
didn't write like, apothecary notes about that bottle I found. She just was like, this is how you kill people. I was like, whoa. Don't you have a notes app on your phone? Why did you
And that was page 1 in a notebook. Like, there's nothing else in there that's.
It was like page 1 and she didn't write anything else. I was
Nope.
like, why did she do that?
Well, she did write arsenic and put a star next to it, so that
Yeah,
was.
where it was
good.
like everybody knows that one day. I'm like, you know what? You didn't even have to write that one down. Oh my god.
That's so funny.
Okay, but Rachel, can you talk about the feminism in this book?
Yeah, there wasn't really any, so I don't know. I was
But
really
it's supposed to be feminist, you know?
where.
I would
Where?
argue- I would say it is, but I'm afraid to talk.
No.
Darian, I'll hype you up.
No, yeah, tell us.
Okay, because I feel like in books when people are like, wow, this is so progressive about women, it's always women like subverting the stereotypes of what women should be. But this book like focused so much on like stereotypical feminine worries, I guess, like pregnancy, even though that's a very like valid thing for women to be really focused on. And like Caroline was so like she wanted to have a baby so badly, and the fact that like that was a huge thing on her mind about her decision whether to leave James or not. Like I feel like that could be seen as like, oh, she only cares about having a baby, but like that's such a like real thing for some people because like they like it doesn't have to be that it's not progressive if they care about pregnancy so much and like having a family and having a baby. So in my mind, I was like, well, like this is kind of different from other like feminist books we see today, because I feel like it's always like, no, they don't want a family because it's the 21st century or whatever like that. Like, I don't know. And I also found it kind of nice, like with going back and forth between the timelines, like obviously that's something that women focus on so much in the 1700s, but like to also see a woman focus on that like today and like the parallels of that, I don't know. I liked it. In conclusion,
I wouldn't say that, like it's fine to like it, but I would say in terms of like what is the feminism here, I didn't really see anything where was a particular like character doing anything that I was expecting with the promise of like a feminist story. Because like I think the premise of this book on the inside flap leads you to think that Nella is going to like help all these women get revenge on the men that ruined their lives. In some way, shape, or form, which is like what she does, but we never hear anything really about it. All we hear is like when it's like, well, I'd like to kill a woman. It's like, no. So it's kind of like, okay, but you know, equal rights for everybody who's awful, maybe. But in general, I just kind of feel like I was expecting it, like, even if I guess it leans into the like, you know, like how some feminists are like baby feminists in the way that they just think it's like anti-men. But it's not really like true feminism. So like I guess even if it was like more similar to just like let's just take down all these men, that would be still more of like a feminist story in a way. Whereas this, I just feel like I just read about people doing things, and I don't think there was like anything like particularly feminist or anti-feminist in this book really. Like it was just people doing things and like someone finding out that they did things, and that was kind of it. And I think like the main focus being like, oh my god, I'm on my period, versus oh my god, I had a miscarriage, versus oh my god, I might be pregnant, does like just heavily kind of focus on the things that women tend to worry about because they might have the ability to have a child. And like a lot of pregnant people have that worry, which is true, but I don't think that makes it particularly like feminist or not. I think it's just like a general thing that, and I guess this book just focused on it a lot, where like every single main character had something relating to her womb being like her main problem. So it kind of felt like, well, if we really wanted to be like more subversive, it kind of probably shouldn't have been all about that, you know. So I kind of felt like it could have done more as far as all that goes. So,
but she also killed men, and that's what matters.
Well, she did, but we barely got to see any of them die. So
Yeah. And just because it's about women doesn't make it feminist.
Right.
I
was promised. Okay, the thing is that I'm pretty sure the flap of this book, or somebody on BookTube, I don't know who said it. Somebody said that it's feminist as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Well, okay, sorry. I don't know if you swear on this channel.
Oh, I do.
Oh, I do.
I can't remember which friends do and do not. So I was promised what I did not receive.
I remember seeing it advertised as being a feminist story.
I might have been book of the month. You know, they're always marketing.
Yeah, maybe.
It did not give.
Man, we need to find them.
It's just
We need to find them.
we need to listen. I was expecting some, you know, maybe Rachel doesn't agree, but some lore action.
Oh God, where? Okay, no, where is that feminist?
Some good feminist vibes.
Oh God. Okay, we're not talking
Does
about.
Sid agree? Does Sid agree with Manda?
We're not.
Wait, what?
What?
Did you like lore?
I did.
Okay, so we have.
I gave it a 4.5.
Boo.
We
I
have
love lore.
Not on this channel.
So we can all agree that was very feminist, and this was not.
No.
How was lore? Wait. How is lore feminist?
Exactly.
No, I'm not saying it is or isn't.
It
I'm
wasn't.
not.
It was
To be
not.
clear- To be clear, it wasn't. But
It's been a while since I read it. It's been like a full year.
Good.
You know, it's been a while for me too. I just remember arguing that fact with Rachel.
Okay.
All I wanted to
here's the
say.
thing.
was
It's
that
also
this
been a while,
one-
and I could argue at the drop of a hat.
Rachel, you live to argue. This
I
is
do.
your brand.
Not me bringing up
only because-
old whiners.
I literally finished this book, and on my review, I was like, "Is the Whiners curse back?" Because
No.
like I rated this higher than I did for lore, but I did not enjoy either one. It's fine. We
This
can
is better than lore. That's all we need to focus on. Okay.
I agree on that front. But can we also talk about not lore. The ending of this book where Eliza and Nella are running from the police.
Mm-hmm,
Because that is one of the funniest dumb things I've ever read in my life.
Why?
I liked it.
Why is it dumb?
I thought it was high stakes.
It was so funny. Are you kidding me?
I was like, oh damn, what's gonna happen? Then it was like Nella jumped, but then I was like, wait, Eliza jumped.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's set the scene. How old is Nella? She's like,
I don't know. She's like 40.
42
like,
or
let's say
43.
42. Okay, so like we know that in terms of the 1700s, she's like getting up here. So she can't move as well, and she's like just kind of like, I'm running, but I'm probably not gonna make it. So the police are like, oh my god, we're chasing this potential killer. So Nella and so a 40-something-year-old and a 12-year-old are running away. Nella is like, save yourself, Eliza, run into the crowd. And Eliza's like, no, fuck you, drinks this and jumps into the river. And then the police are like, where'd you go? Oh my god, where'd the murderer go? And Nella's just like, he jumped. And the police are like, checks out. Okay, all right. Well, we won't investigate this any further at all. And then Nella's like, I can't believe Eliza died for me. She sacrificed her life.
But didn't
Now
she like
I'm
disguise
less
herself?
suicidal. And then all of a sudden, she's just like, actually, she's not dead because she drank a warm potion that made her super warm so that she didn't die in the cold, freezing river because she's so warm. So, the end. No,
Yeah, and
she got hurt.
where's the problem?
Why is this interesting? It's just stupid.
I don't think so. I thought it
I
was
like that part though.
It was just, I mean, like, if you had to picture it, if, like, I was like, hey, we're going to make a TV series or, like, a movie about the Lost Apothecary, so we got to, like, set the scene, let's draw, like, the storyboard for this scene. It's literally, like, a child, like, drinks a potion, jumps in the river, and then the police are like, where'd you go? And they're like, I don't know.
Well, they saw her jump. They knew she jumped.
And I think that I think I remember reading that like this bridge was like notorious for like suicides or like notorious for people jumping off and no one's ever survived. So they were probably just like, well, she's dead now.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, but then
goodbye.
but then at that point, they were like, well, she was with somebody. And they were like, well, everyone's wearing black clothes, so we can't tell who it was.
Right.
So, oh, well. And then they literally are just like, case closed. We'll never
Oh,
know.
yeah. No, logistically, I don't disagree with you. There's something that's wrong, but also I just like took it at face value. I was like, yep.
I just thought it was funny because, like,
Because it was back in what 1700s. I don't know.
yeah,
But-
it's like almost the 1800s. So obviously, like the level of investigation is not quite what we have today, and even what we have today, okay,
Yeah. Right.
it's like.
The same level.
Jumps in so that it creates this emotional stakes for you where you're like, oh my god, this character sacrificed themselves. And so the other character is like, oh my god, I was going to literally like sacrifice myself, but now it's like this tragic thing where like my life now has value because it was given value by this person who gave their life for this. But then in the end, like 2 chapters later, they didn't give their life. It's fine. It's okay. So I just feel like it kind of.
But she realizes she has something more to live for.
I guess, but I guess it plays with you in that way where it's like, ooh, this person died, and then it just turns around like, psych, they're not dead because they drank a warm potion. It's like drinking hot chocolate before you jumped into a river and then you didn't die.
But she had the vial, so you like. I feel like they clued you in that she was probably going to survive. Like I had a feeling she wasn't actually dead because she had the thing and drank it before she jumped.
Well, also the potion was just like a potion of good luck, and so like when she's making it, I feel as a reader you're led to believe it's like just nonsense, where it's just gonna be whatever. And she
I was like, it's gonna work. I believe.
I was like, that potion's gonna save her life.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I
"Okay."
thought
I was like, well, she drank the potion. Like,
She's fine.
I felt like it was like a pumpkin spice latte equivalent, but like not as good because it was.
Then it would be feminist.
Then it would be feminist, but it wasn't. That's why.
oh my gosh. I thought it was great. So,
I thought it was hilarious that they did that because I just was like, okay, classic. No, there's no. This thing happened and then we just reversed it, so it's fine.
It is. It's fine.
Well,
Well-
I read the whole I read more than half of it yesterday. I was ready to party.
Well, what other thoughts do you have, Darian?
Yeah, I want to know.
I have no thoughts. Head empty.
Of course,
Let me
it always
see.
ends up.
What else was
Whenever
there?
put on the spot, I'm always like, I don't know.
What else happened in this book?
Hello.
Hello?
Caleb just picked up a phone call. I was like, hello?
Hi. How's it going?
What else happened in this book?
Like, genuinely, what else happened in this book? Because, like,
It was a short book, okay?
it was very short and very repetitive, so I feel like
Nothing else happened.
covered.
Oh, wait. We could talk about the very, very end with Caroline. Because she's like, I'm going to go back to school
Oh yeah,
and write a
Oh,
thesis.
that was good.
I loved that. I was like, good for you. You follow your dream.
Yeah, I was happy for her because she had gone and given up what she wanted for this man.
Mm-hmm.
And now she was kind of going back and trying to live her dream. And I respect that.
And I think that I would have not rated this book a 4 if it ended a different way. Like if she had taken him back, I would have been like, that's bullshit. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't like this book anymore.
Absolutely.
But since it did end the way it did, I was like, okay. I was like, that's cool. You know, like good for her.
I had thoughts about this, but I don't remember them.
Yes.
Indeed.
Where did Manda go?
I don't know. I thought she'd be like right back, and now
I know.
she's like,
I bet her phone died or something. And now she's like struggling trying to get it to charge for 1%.
Or she's like, maybe I'll take this as a sign.
No,
Right. Good night.
Did
please.
she message me? Let me see. Okay, she said her StreamYard quit and now it's reloading every 2 seconds. So we might
Classic.
never see her again. How did we feel about Gaynor?
Who's
Her
that?
teacher
Oh.
from
Oh, the librarian person?
Christy?
oh, I like her.
I liked her a lot.
Gaynor was way too good for Caroline.
Yes.
She was like such a good person, and then Caroline was like, "Hey, I'm about to be arrested. Can you come here, please, to the hospital before they kill me, please?" And then Gaynor was like, "I have nothing else going on. Yeah, I'll be right there." I was like, "Don't you have a job?" And she's like, "It's fine. I'll be right there. Don't worry."
I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, you're on the phone right now and I'm stressed, so can you come?
I mean, like, to be fair,
Yes.
yeah, it's
1000%.
I didn't.
Oh my god, I was like,
I wish, but I was also
Yeah,
like,
I wish.
I felt like Gaynor had been already resigned to like the friend role, and that like Sarah Penner was not brave enough to make that happen. That would be like true feminism once again.
Yes, it is.
You know, like if Sarah Penner doesn't have the bravery to kill off a 12-year-old, does she have the bravery to create lesbians? I don't know.
that's what I'm saying.
So,
I
It's
don't
one
know
or
if
the
those
other.
are equal. I also liked Bachelor Owl, even though he was there for like 2 seconds.
who is
And
Bachelor Owl?
The one that was running the where she found the
Mudlarking.
the mudlarking
Oh.
guy. He was cute.
Wasn't
Yeah.
he like, it was like an old man who was just like, I love
Exactly.
pups. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
The best character, the most wholesome
Precisely.
character in this entire book.
He's like, they call me Bachelor Al, but not because I'm a bachelor, because I've been married for 40 years. And I was like, okay, buddy.
I honestly feel like at this point in the book, I was already like done.
At this point in the book, page 5. Like,
Yeah.
Where he was like, "Don't call me a bachelor because I'm not a bachelor." I was like, "Yeah, bro, I don't care. Can we just?" I don't.
Rachel, did you read the book?
Well,
It was
full
a long time
disclosure. Within the first like 5 minutes of this stream, and Darian said Nella was one of our main characters, I literally grabbed my book. I was like, "The what? Nella?"
But you read it like 2 months ago.
I know. Yeah.
I read like a month and a half ago.
Casuation.
Yeah, but like books that you hate, they like not you in particular, Rachel. Like books
No,
someone
it
hates.
is true.
like I remember books that I hate, and I remember exactly why. Like 3 years ago, I remember The Other People. I hate that book, and I could give you XYZ APA citations on it. Like, I
I'm
hate
sure
that
we
book.
could all talk about what.
But I read like 4 5-star books or 5 4-star books that month, so I was like, yeah, it was great. Bye. Like, leave my head.
Listen, I'm sure we could all just talk about conviction right here, right now, if we really wanted to.
Listen, we don't want to go there again.
No, Mackenzie Lee, we don't want to make her bad. Hey. Hi.
Hi. What's up?
Hey. Is there anything else that you remember?
You guys have unlocked memories for me, so I think that I don't know if I have anything else.
I feel like I don't have anything else.
Okay, what I do have is someone else's review that's a 1-star review.
Oh boy.
So I didn't want to read the whole thing because it's very long.
They were passionate.
Who's got the time? My review was just oop.
Yeah, you saw that. You went oop, trigger warnings.
Trigger warnings for
Well, I gotta give the trigger warnings.
It was just really cute.
Oop.
Well, I was like, everyone's gonna yell at me. It's okay.
Okay, I don't want to read the entire thing, but parts of this are pretty good. A lot of like sardonic, writing here. At the end of the book, Caroline does dump James the giant jackass, possibly only temporarily. There's an implication that after some time apart and after Caroline finishes her master's degree in Cambridge, they could get back together. It's left open-ended. I don't have a joke here. I just hate that. Caroline does submit an application to Cambridge. I guess she forgave the books for not giving her a job after all. It'll be tough to get in, of course, especially because it's literally the only school where you can get a master's. She talks to Gaynor, the actual professional researcher, about how she wants to write a dissertation about the apothecary. Guess what Caroline is getting a degree in? If you guessed history, you were entirely too logical for this novel. No, she's getting a degree in English literature. Specifically, she's applied for a program that covers 18th century and Romanticism. You may notice that's 2 centuries and 2 very different periods of literature jammed together. But at this point, who's counting? This book ends all too soon. We are robbed of the Cambridge professor's reaction when she tells them her dissertation will be not on a work of literature, but a ledger she found in a mysterious basement. Would love to be a fly on the wall for that one. In short, my sanity has suffered. 0 to 10, do not recommend. 2,111 likes, 425 comments.
Oh my god.
So, I would say this review was more entertaining than the book for me.
Rachel.
We all know who I am, so just
Exactly.
for me.
I wish I had.
I mean,
So,
like,
also,
do I think that this book should have been in like the book of the month, book of the year running? No, not like I don't think it was that good, but I still liked it.
I do.
I know, Darian, and we love you for it. But
Is this one of your favorites of the year?
I don't know yet.
no,
okay, wait. Also, one more thing. Sorry, but just how was it? Okay, so if you walk into the apothecary, it looks like there's nothing there, right? It's just like there's a barrel in the corner and like maybe like a rat or something, but like there's nothing in the room.
And a rat.
he's an employee.
Aww.
I wish.
He's the front storekeeper.
Hi.
If we had like a little Ratatouille crossover, that would have been it for me. But I guess it was weird because people would go in the room and be like, huh, no apothecary here, and they would just leave. But apparently also they used the barrel to like pass messages along, I guess. But I guess there was like
He's a paid actor.
It was like one of those secret walls.
Yeah.
so then the secret apothecary, the real apothecary, is in the back.
Yeah.
So as this review points
What
out,
of it?
did the Nazis just bomb around the apartment because nobody ever like tried to renovate it? It's just been there since 1791.
Okay, you're thinking too much about this.
How did
Did
anybody
you
like
say
not?
something about the Nazis?
Yeah.
Just said,
He
like
sure did.
yeah,
This isn't Germany.
This
This
is
is the wrong country.
not the Nightingale.
Fancy apothecary.
Okay?
There's been this door in the middle of urban London that somehow no one else has ever seen since 1790. No one tore it down to build luxury flats. The Nazis bombed around it. Everyone who lived on that alley just kind of pretends it's not there. And she finds it in 2 minutes. That, to be fair, was kind of annoying to me because she kind of was just like, I just want to know about this thing really bad. And then she just found everything in like a day or like 2 days. You know what I mean? Where it's like, if it was actually like a secret, if there actually was like a secret, like underground poisoning society thing, and then you're just like, that sounds cool and I want to know about it, and you just found it, it's like, why do we have police? You could just manifest the killer and you could just find it.
I did notice Juno like on the stairs. Oh my god. Listen, I did not think about any of that. I just enjoyed it for what it was. So, Amanda.
Well, Amanda's not here, which is why I need to like increase my hate on it.
Apparently.
For her.
Yeah, she left, and you just like tenfold.
You're like, anyways.
You're like,
I was like,
let's
as the
trash
audience,
it.
the negative review here. I gotta get.
Issues are out.
Sorry, man. I hope it made you proud.
It's fine. That comment really got me. It's just the image of Juno like running up the stairs. It's fine. Well, anything else, Rachel?
Hold on. If Manda just text me things and I'll say them. Okay. All right. Manda wants me to tell you that she thought Laura was actually really bad, but she just didn't want to say it on the live.
Oh. Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah, she said Laura wasn't feminist and neither was this. So, yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't know what else to say about this book. It just was like not. Yeah, what's up? You called? What? Yeah, I don't know.
Is this the greatest book that's ever been written? No. But I had a great time. I was I know you guys said it was boring at parts. I never thought it was boring. Like, hearing the information again, I was just like, oh, okay. Like, what do you think? I don't know. I don't know what it was. I just had like such a fun time reading it. So
Yeah. I literally agree with you. One part of it is I think that my expectations were low, so I was just kind of like along for the ride, and then the ride was super fun. I thought it was cool, and
yeah,
I liked it. I had a great time.
It was a grand old time.
Yeah.
I just wish that the cover was uglier because then I wouldn't have had such high expectations. Because it was so pretty that I was like, oh my god, this is going to be a 5-star book for sure. And then the fact that I didn't.
See, okay, that was me with Watch Over Me by Nina LaCour. Obsessed with that cover. I know it's a different book entirely, but like,
it's okay.
I gave it a 3. Like,
yeah.
And that was generous for me. Like, I don't know.
That's
whatever.
always sad.
It's always like the pretty covers, they get me.
Yeah, I felt bad because I feel like even if it's a beautiful cover, once I know what the inside is, it makes it hard for me to appreciate it the same way.
That's me with Dune, by the way. Now I couldn't finish, but I have the collector's like anniversary edition of Dune. It's really stunning, and I couldn't finish it.
I feel like there was something I read recently that I had that like I loved the cover, and then I was like, oh, but I don't remember what it was. So
I feel like there's plenty of those laying around this house.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, you ever just finish a book and you're like, where am I going to unhaul this? That was me.
How fast can I get rid of this book?
Oh no.
I feel bad because this was a gift and it was from Jess when she came to visit.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like, you know, in some ways I'm like, oh, this is like a nice, but sometimes I look at books and I'm like, I didn't like that. So I'd rather just get it out of my life, even though it was from like a trusted friend that I love. I have the memory of them giving it to me, but at the same time, I'm like, I love you, but I cannot.
You could just send it to me.
Do you? Don't you have a copy?
I do not.
You don't? You want a copy?
And then that way, I'll get it through you and Jess.
Okay, yeah. There we
It'll
go.
be like Sisterhoods of the Traveling Pants.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Lost Apothecary, please never send it back.
Oh,
Please let the travel end.
Yeah.
and I keep it.
It is a one-way ticket, please.
By the way, I gave it 5 stars, Heather.
4 stars.
And Amanda gave it 1, but it's fine. Well, now I'm gonna take Rachel's copy. So.
I'm also glad I didn't get a physical copy though.
Wait, say that again?
I'm also glad I didn't get a physical copy. Like, I liked it, but like, it's never gonna be one that I pick up again or like really recommend to people. So I'm glad I didn't get a physical copy.
Exactly, Heather. Boom.
Okay, well, not too tough of a room. 3 out of the 4 people on the screen liked it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I liked it. It was just, there were just parts that I didn't like. But
I had a grand old time.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna keep saying that. Well, if no one has anything else to say, Rachel. Oh, yes. Segue.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Speaking of Christmas.
Speaking of Christmas, so I'm trying not to like die. I'm like coughing on mute over here. Hold on. Heather said it wasn't groundbreaking, and I agree. But anyway, so we're going to talk about this book. This is the next pick for the Whiners Book Club. We're reading this month in December, and we'll be discussing it over on my channel. This is a romance book that I know that Manda really liked and that Christine didn't like. So Christine is going to be our special guest on the Whiners next month, just in case we like to have the diversity of the ratings. So who knows? I bought this book because Manda said it was good, and it was like one of the first books I bought because someone said it was good. And then immediately after that, I was told it was not good. So I have no idea. Who knows? It could be great. But I believe it's about a girl who goes on 12 different dates, and each one gets progressively worse. I think.
I don't know.
Different men. So, yeah, each date is more disastrous than the one before, and the whole town is keeping tabs on her misadventures. Oh my god, tea.
Got Rachel getting so excited just by reading the synopsis like, for the first time.
This better not disappoint me. I'll be so sad. Kate must remind herself that sometimes love, like mistletoe, shows up where it's least expected, and maybe, just maybe, it's been right within her reach all along.
That sounds like a Hallmark movie, and I am here for it.
I love Hallmark movies, so.
Same. I watched 2 today, so I'm ready. I want it.
Oh.
All right, sweet. So, yeah, we're going to be reading this and talking about it probably at the beginning of January, most likely. So,
Yeah, boy.
yeah.
Yay. Thanks for that pitch. I too show up where I'm least. You little, what is it? You little rascal. Anyways, well, thanks for everyone who came and discussed the book with us, and thanks to my fellow Whiners and Manda, and also to our guest host, Sid.
Thanks for having me.
Oh,
Thanks for
it
coming
was
on.
a pleasure.
I'd love to come back.
Oh my god, come back whenever you want.
Oh my god, just let me know.
Every day.
I
don't have time for that book this month. I'm
All right,
sorry.
well,
I don't have time for the books that I am supposed to read this month.
All right, well,
Don't
maybe
forget to read one day in
Okay, yes, let
December.
me know. I know, I'm trying.
I'm trying to read that this month too.
Oh my
I was
god.
thinking about it too, actually.
I want to read it for one day in December.
One day.
I'm going to read it in one day.
Lisa just finished it, but we don't need to talk about it. Okay. Anyways, okay. Thanks for coming, everyone. See you next
Bye,
month.
everybody.
Bye. Oh, everyone's linked down below. Go follow everyone. Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.